Okay, so I think it's going to be our last battle report in this format till we try out a new format. We got 851 of points of Orks against 892 of Eldar. And as you can see, I have hardly anything in my deployment zone. Because the war boss, who's hidden in that Nobs unit, has the thinking cap, so I am allowed two warlord traits. I got brutal but cunning, which means I can re-roll one failed to hit or to wound roll per turn. And I got which one is that? I believe it's Master of Ambush, which allows the warlord and any unit he's in, as well as 3 non-vehicle units, to have infiltrate. So, and then the Deathcopters have got. Turns out the Deathcopters have got scout, which we didn't know. So the killer cans have had to stay in the deployment zone, but the boys, Eyes and Knobs, have all infiltrated as far forward as possible. And the Deathcopters have made their scout moves already. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. We've got the killer cans, we've got Flamer, or is it Scorcher?
I think you got it written down.
Oh yes. We've got a Scorcher, a Grotzuka, and a Big Shooter. All the boys' units, one of them's 13 in the 0212. The boss knob has got a power claw and a boss pole. And they've all got Big Shooter, obviously, as always. Deathcopters, twin link rocket launchers as usual. The war boss, power claw, thinking cap, Big Shooter, I believe is what we're giving him, and the boss pole. The knobs all got slugger and chopper, except for the boss who's got it. Boss knob who's got a big chopper. Right. So yeah, hold on now.
Right. Very different Eldar army for me today, as I've managed to pick up some from my friend Nice White, and with the exception of me Autark, all the ones are ones I've bought off him, and it's the first time I've used most of them.
Yep.
So my Autark has got the Reaper launcher, power sword and swooping hawk wings, and his trait is Fate's Messenger, which allows him to re-roll any saving throws of a 1. And I've placed him in with a unit of swooping hawks. The Exarch is armed with, when I find it, a sun rifle. And all the others have just got standard lasers.
Las blasters, I think they're called.
Las blasters. I've got a Wraith Lord armed with 2 shuriken catapults and a bright lance. He's accompanied by a unit of 5 Wraith Guards, all of whom have Wraith cannons. I've got a squadron of 3 Wind Riders, all armed with twin link shurikens. A unit of the Dark Reapers, all armed with Reaper launchers.
No Exarch.
No Exarch. And I also have, finally, I have a unit of Striking Scorpions, no Exarch either, who also have Infiltrate. Yeah. So I've deployed them on the flank. And they're all armed with Shuriken pistols and Scorpion chainswords. Plasma grenades and Mandy blasters.
Yeah, the Mandy blasters are nasty.
So
that's why I'm trying to avoid melee with them, despite their stealth, which gives them cover even in the open.
So this could be quite an interesting game.
Going for standard, I think it's Dawn of War deployment, and we're just going for
it out.
We're going to brutally murder each other.
Last man standing.
Orcs. Because Orcs never lose. If we win, we win. And if we die fighting, so that don't count. If we run away, we can come back for another go, so that don't count neither.
Well, anyway, that's the deployment.
So you have to whichever turn 1 it is. Note the smug expression.
Poor Orks. I can't remember who exactly did what, so we'll basically just go through the
casualty list.
Start off with here. Most of that unit has got wiped out with laser fire, I know that.
Thankfully, I managed to beat win combat,
Although
but he didn't run.
Combat, even though the Orcs were blind fighting, they still managed to win the combat. Although, due to the presence of the Autarch, the Eldar made their...
Hey, they're no less fear than the Space Marines.
Yeah, they lost 4. The Knobs took some damage from the Wraith.
Yeah, 3 points.
Yeah. What were they called there? The Wind Riders
did a damage on
did some damage to the Death Copters. The combined efforts of the Scorpions and the Reapers, combined missile and melee, meant he is all the left.
He's the only survivor and he's running away.
And he's running away.
Thankfully, nothing damaged the cans. Oh wait, the cans have been useless in the last few games we've used them in.
Also mainly because the only thing they were in range of was the big weapon for him, and it would have been snapshots.
Yeah, so you
decided to go for the knobs.
Yep. Well, see you after Orc turn 1, which is probably might be the Orcs' only turn, by the way. So yeah.
He doesn't like this army list I've got from the Eldar.
He's not using it in any other games. It can use it in tournaments, but that's it. It's a try-hard list.
Quick aside here, idiot that I am, I forgot to bring the templates with me, so at the moment James is currently having to free some that I've just bought. What an idiot I am.
Okay, well, things went a little bit better. I did have a slight loss of temper midway through because it turns out that I can't actually damage the Wraith Lord with anyone except my War Boss and Boss Knob. Oh, basically, so I lost my temper at that because that's broken. Then I didn't do any damage to the Hawks, but they managed to get these guys on the run. Nothing managed to ruin it. I managed to put 2 wounds on the Race Knight with my War Boss. These guys absolutely obliterated the jet bikes, and a few members of this squad took a few wounds. So yeah. So not really a comeback yet, but I'm working on it.
And this is still only turn 1.
The game's going to finish next turn, I bet.
You never know.
This is the starting to get worried, but putting a brave face ace on anyway, despite that face.
That could have done a hell of a lot better.
Well, for a bouncing
I've lost my big guy and another Wraith Guard. I've lost a couple of Mr. Scorpions, but they made their leadership.
Again.
And that's basically it. So the tide seems to be turning for the Orcs here. I'm starting to struggle, but that's how it goes.
Yep.
Smug.
Yeah. Took out a Dark Reaper. Obliterated the Scorpions and obliterated the Wraith Guard. Unfortunately, these are still running. They didn't manage to rally.
And you only managed to kill one sweeping hawk, weren't it?
Yeah, I managed to kill 1 hawk. So, yeah. See you after Eldar turn 3. Okay, so end of Eldar turn 3, and we've decided to call it because the Eldar just can't win. Because all they have left. Oh wait, they get points for these because they were running, and that's it. Whereas me, I got first blood, and I've destroyed the swooping hawks, the jet bikes, and the scorpions, and the wraith and the wraithful and the wraith guard. So it's a pretty definite orc win.
I won't even bother working out the victory points.
Yeah, we
it's...
won. I've won, sorry.
And considering how much damage the Eldar did in the first round, it's quite surprising.
It was only it'd have been a. I mean, at the start I had them on the back foot, but it looked like I had them on the back foot. But then they got the first turn and things went bad until I win. So yeah.
So
the Reapers and the Autarch teleport back up to the Crafts world to prepare for the next fight.
So, what unit of the game for you?
The War Boss.
I don't think any particularly distinguished himself. I suppose the War Boss, yeah. And I actually do think for the Eldar it was the Scorpions.
Yes, I'll agree with you there. I mean, the Autarch sucked.
Well, he pretty much kept out of it. So
He did hardly any wounds and took none in return though. But the War Boss did tons of wounds and took none in return.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay.